Salutations, everyone. I hope that whenever this message finds you, I hope that it finds you well. Although I am posting this today, or I'm recording this today on June 9th, 2023, we know that time is fluid and it's just, a little illusion. So whenever this message finds you, it's when it's supposed to, but I hope you are well. I wanted to come to you guys today and just kind of talk about something that was just placed in my spirit. Probably like a few days ago. So I apologize if you all hear any additional sounds or anything of that nature. I am in the room, but I have my window open, and so you can hear the birds chirping. You'll probably hear the cars driving past because, well, it's Friday, and people are rolling in and out of the neighborhood. Okay? Now that we have that out the way. Okay, I just had to pause it for a second because the fire trucks were rolling. So maybe this is definitely a message that someone needs to hear. So I'm just going to go ahead and get to talking and try to record straight through. So what I wanted to talk about was radical acceptance. And I wrote this in my notes a few days ago. Radical acceptance can be the catalyst to spark the change you desperately desire. And I thought to myself, of course, but where should that start? It should start with you first. Accepting who and what you are, accepting that you be who you be and you are who you are, honey. Accepting that your journey and experiences will be unique and differ from others. I think radical acceptance, it allows us to also bring radical acceptance to others and not to jump to conclusions. And I'm not saying not to use your foresight, but I'm saying to accept that trying to force your journey on others is counterproductive. And this was something that I had to learn myself. You guys, I come from more so of a religious background. I've studied most Abrahamic cultures and other religions as well. So what I found was there always seemed to be a set standard, a guide, a measuring stick, laws, terms, and conditions. Like, I can go on and on. But you guys, you know what I mean. I hope you do. But fully awakening to who I was meant I had to realize I was the law, that the guide lied within me, that my inner innate wisdom would not fail me. And what I mean by that is radically accepting that I don't have to look towards anything outside of myself as the measuring stick. I believe I unintentionally hurt people along the way of my journey, and I'm pretty sure, depending on where you are in yours, that you may have experienced this as well. It gets to a point where I was so excited, yet I also felt there was a duty and a sense of responsibility to share a lot of the knowledge in which I was acquiring at such a fast pace. While I still believe we are to share, I often reflect back and I realize oftentimes I found myself in conflict with others, like defending my beliefs, defending the sense of knowing and the esoteric knowledge I had begun to receive. But when I went back to base, back to self, I realized that Radical acceptance is so important because it requires you to accept the fact that this is whose journey? Your journey. You can't look towards others as a measuring stick. Our journeys aren't a race, as our only competitor is truly ourselves. Oftentimes, people look outside of themselves for acceptance. They want others to validate their growth and their change before they do. And so, wanting to share, but also wanting to prove that, hey, what I am saying has merit. It actually, again, it's a bit counterproductive because you will find yourself in conversations that you don't need to be in. They're what I would essentially consider to be a little bit of a dead-end conversation. However, I believe that everything serves a purpose at the same time. And it's so funny coming from me because I used to be such a black and white individual. But I've learned through experiences and through my own journey that the gray is actually where things are balanced out, where equilibrium happens and things begin to harmonize. So radical acceptance has allowed me to really and truly, in conversations, it has allowed me to just simply walk away. And I think this is important for someone, especially if you're at a certain peak or climax of your own journey, because again, especially if you have like a really pure heart and you're genuine and you're so excited and you want to share with others, you want to share because you feel a need to share. But I would highly suggest you dive a little bit deeper in that too, because that can also be a sign of the lower ego self feeling a duty and responsibility to others lies solely on your shoulders. And what does that fulfill in you? Because our first duty and responsibility is actually first to ourselves. And I'm going to do a separate video about that, about taking, time to rest, cutting off your energy and things of that sort, especially if you are someone who considers themselves to be a creative, an artist, and healer of any kind. You know that is super important. But when you're going through the process and you're journeying through your journey, honey, it's something that sometimes you don't really get that point. You're in that fight or flight mode where you feel a little bit anxious and you feel like in order, you know what you know, but you have to prove what you know. And it's like you're wanting to share and you have good intentions with your sharing, and you should share. But at the same time, there's a way and there's an energy where you can share and it's just put out there, and it's whomever is gravitating towards it will gravitate towards it. But at the end of the day, your light will always attract many things. Light attracts light, but light also attracts darkness. So what you have to remember is that there are people who will try to play in your energy, and they want you to feel as if what you know is incorrect. And so what they do, they pose questions and they get you caught up in these conversations where you end up trying to prove yourself. That, my dear, is not, it's not good for you. It's not in your best interest, because see, this is someone who has not radically accepted who they are. But they know that you are on the verge, you are on the brink of becoming or being something that they don't have the courage to be, that they don't have the courage to tap into themselves. And so because of that, they seek to hinder your growth. Knowing radical acceptance has allowed me to just walk away, to no longer seek to go further in these conversations, knowing how to end them and swiftly move on. Knowing my duty is to only walk the path that I have been called to walk. I've learned to accept that whomever chooses to walk with me is just a beautiful gift from Source. Radical acceptance of my own journey has truly allowed me to fall deeper in love with myself. This love has only magnified the love I show others. But this also means I don't allow myself to get sucked into a whirlwind of conversations, of negative energies with someone or something, because it's truly energy, who has not come to terms with themselves. Radical acceptance is knowing that so long as I vibe, my tribe will find me. Hence this channel. I haven't even shared nor advertised this to anyone, but I know that Source energy, my angels, my guides, my ancestors, the universe, whatever it is that you subscribe to, I know that they will find me and we will find each other by actively walking the direction towards our higher self. It's in the strides of that walk that people see the change as we've become it. So beautiful, right? And you know what, guys? I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say. So yeah, I hope this message has resonated with the collective conscious this may be for. If so, and you feel led to do so, be sure to hit the like, comment so that we can commune together, and subscribe if you feel led to. Either way, I hope that you have an awesomely awesome, blessed day. Toodles!